Oh my God! Just as I was getting this thing back on, this Avalanche just scored a freaking goal early in this third period, and now it's 3-2. This is freaking ridiculous.
No.
What's up, Dan D9? Good to see you back. By the way, I am not happy that Professor Hatter gave me a thumbs down on the last live stream, by the way. Somebody gave me a thumbs down, and I suspect that one of Hatter's interns, Billy or Mike, must have done that. So, yeah, not happy. By the way, I might do something because, I did not actually, I thumbed up. Well, you must have been the only thumb up because the other one was a thumb down. I'm just saying, Billy's not a very nice guy. We all know that. Anyways, I might do something. The Sharks are currently winning, as you guys know. They did give up a goal, but it's 3-2. So I think on like a baseball traditional standpoint, if the Sharks keep winning, I might have to do a live stream every time the Sharks play because just to keep the momentum going. Come on, get the puck out of there. Oh, my freaking A. Okay. All right. So I saw that. Billy sucks. Yes, he do. It's either Billy or Montgomery. So, yeah. So I decided to switch hats again, obviously. Oh, by the way, this is how cool Hatter is. Hatter, I'm sorry. I got to do this, man. I got to do this. Just want to show you guys something. This is my buddy Hatter. Look what he's wearing today. Look at that. Hatter, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. I'm not watching the Dan D9. I'm not watching the basketball game only because this was Game 7, and I just felt like this was a little more important to watch for the time being. Right after this one, and then the basketball game started like an hour and a half after the hockey game started. So I am recording it. I am recording the basketball game, so I'll just go back in a little bit and I'll watch. I'll watch the basketball game from the beginning. I knew when I did check the score, it was about mid first quarter, and the score was still like in the teens. So the score wasn't very high. Considering how far the game was. And, T-Ball is trying to hack my phone again and get copies of Hatter's pictures. T-Ball, you got to watch T-Ball, man. T-Ball, I don't understand kids. They're little hackers. Will Warriors keep Clay? I want to say that the Warriors will keep Clay, but I really, really think I just think that Clay is going to end up going to another team. I don't want to – I hate to say this, but sometimes usually when a team has too much success, what are they really playing for after a while? And I feel like maybe Clay might be a little bit in that boat. I feel like he might want to go to another team, to another challenge. Maybe the Chicago Bulls because Chicago sports teams suck. So he might want to go to a team like that or the Bucks. I could see him definitely going to the team like the Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak. So I could definitely see that. Maybe if the Knicks get a little bit better, I could definitely see him going into New York. I just feel like Clay's going to want to get paid, and rightfully so. He should get paid, and I just don't feel like the Warriors can pay him the type of money that he honestly deserves. And if they win this championship, who knows? What that'll give them 3 championships or 4? I lose track. We get so many championships from the Warriors. It's easy to lose track. It's not like the Chicago Cubs who got 1 in 100-something years. I'm just saying. Let's see here. Yes, we need to get rid of Gar Pax first. Who the hell is Gar Pax? Have you seen the video with CC as Yoda? I have not. So if you want to send me that, I will watch it because that actually sounds kind of interesting. I do like CC just because he's from this area. He's from Novato area, so that's right down the street. So I do like CC. So that'd be actually kind of funny to check out. Good. Johnny G, is it work time yet? What time do you go to work? 9 o'clock? They are the front office GM. What a Hatter! You kill me, man. You kill me. What do Paxton, I'm sure that's who you're referring to, John Paxton, have anything to do with the Chicago Bulls? Seriously, what do they have anything to do with the Chicago Bulls and their poor performance? They don't play the games. Maybe if they played the games, they actually might do better and they would actually win a damn game. It's like Farhan Zaid of the Giants, the president or whatever. I'm not. Oh, you're off today. Okay, cool. But so the presidents and the GM do not play the freaking games. So what if they have anything? I mean, if anything, they need to get rid of the players because obviously they're not playing up to their potentials. I'll keep that so I can go check that out. Thank you for sending me that, Dan D9. I actually want to check it out. You're impossible, bro. I'm not impossible. I'm looking at it from a realistic standpoint, and I get it. You're annoyed with fans that want to blame the front office. Like, it's just like managers. I feel like managers get too much credit for a team doing good, and managers get too much credit for a team doing bad. But of course, they're the easiest ones to be replaced. Same with the GMs, same with the presidents of basketball or operations. Avs power play. Yep, 2 minutes. Thank you for telling me. I kind of missed that because I'm a little tied up in this little point. But I hate that. They're not the reason why the team ultimately sucks, like the Knicks. The ownership group has nothing to do with it. Yes, can they factor bring the team down a little bit? If they do shit like what the Marlins did and Derek Jeter, I get what they're trying to do. But so that's a rare occasion because like the Marlins, Derek Jeter came in, basically got rid of everybody. It was a cost, it was a money-saving thing to get rid of everybody. But ultimately, the players are the ones that play. The coaches aren't the ones that lose the games. They're not the ones who throw the pitches. They're not the ones who bat, who are in the field. They're not the ones who shoot the basket. You can't blame the freaking ownership, the GMs, or the president. By the way, if you're referring to John Paxson, doesn't he have a championship ring? I think he knows what he's talking about. It's just like Steve Kerr and the Warriors. Is Steve Kerr a good coach? Honestly, I don't know. Throw him on a freaking team that sucks like the Knicks. Tell me if he's a good coach. Probably not. Was Luke Walton a good coach? I don't know, but the Warriors obviously made him look really freaking good, and he landed a job with the Lakers. I'm just saying, man. What? Oh, and Team Mom just reminded me that he's back in Sacramento as the Kings coach, which he is. So how do you think that's going to play out for him? So who's playing the games? The GMs, the presidents, or the players? I'm just saying the players need to take more responsibility for the actions. And yes, sometimes the coaches have a bad influence on a team like the Nationals for a couple of years. I just don't think the coaches meshed well with that young group of core guys. It is kind of a younger game in a sense. And I just feel like you have a lot of older coaches that just couldn't relate to the players. I feel like Bochy does a very good job because he has a very unique approach to the players that he can relate to them. I'm not saying he does the best job because he probably doesn't get a lot of what they're talking about, but he's only in his 50s, maybe 60s, but compared to how the Nationals manager was a couple years ago, he couldn't really relate to like guys like Bryce Harper who are in their like early 20s, guys like Anthony Rendon or Ryan Zimmerman. He couldn't relate to them because he's way too freaking old. Anyways, what do we got, Hatter? But they bring in the players. We have a young core. They're building up. Theo came in, and the Cubs were on the upview. But I do understand. They could have brought Hatter. Hatter, you're killing me, kid. You're killing me, man. You're killing me. Hatter, I could have came in to the Cubs organization, been the GM, and I would have won a World Series freaking ring. Who did Theo bring in? Chris Bryant was a draft pick. Addison Russell was a trade from the A's. Javier Baez, draft pick. You see where I'm going with this? Who did they bring in? They brought in what? Carl Edwards Jr., he was a draft pick. Okay? What did Theo freaking do? Tyronn Lue didn't agree yet to be the Lakers coach. I heard on that one, Dan D9, is that Tyronn Lue didn't want to accept the Lakers offer because the Lakers wanted to give him assistant coaches. I don't know if LeVar Ball's trying to get in as an assistant coach, but he didn't agree with that. So he decided to turn him down. That's what I heard. I didn't read the article, but that's kind of what I heard in the headlines about why he turned it down. Okay. LeBron is the coach anyways. Yeah, but the thing is with that is that LeBron actually gets along with Tyronn Lue. I believe he was coaching in Cleveland as well, and they got along pretty good. Mr. Domestic Violence Russell. Yeah, and that's too bad, Alex. I know because I actually liked Addison Russell, man. He seemed like a cool guy. I saw him in Stockton a couple times. Well, when he played for the Ports, I saw him in Stockton. Then I saw him in Modesto, and of course, and he seemed like a cool guy. But ultimately, I always tell you guys that we don't know any of these players. So I always say, like, my hero or a person I would look up to is never going to be an athlete. It's going to be somebody personal, you know, like maybe a family member or a friend or somebody. But, you know, it's never going to be an athlete because ultimately all we know about athletes is what we read and see in the papers, and that's it. I feel like the ones that we should maybe be role models to, you're not going to hear nothing about them, you know, and all their charitable contributions because they don't like the limelight like that. And I think that's actually really cool. When I hear stuff like that, it actually makes me really like that person a lot more. Matt Caesar was a good example of that. He was a pen pal to a little girl that he got to know a little bit, and he still stays in touch with the little girl last time I knew. Let's see here. What is Hatter's? Okay. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, guys. Hatter just doesn't want to look at things. Let's see. Epstein was with the Cubs since 2011. Rizzo was traded to the Cubs in 2012. Chris Bryant was drafted in 2013. He got Lester Zobrist. Hayward signed. Got Chapman in a trade, and Grandpa Rossi. He didn't do anything. Hayward sucks. Any Cubs fan will tell you Hayward still sucks. Ben Zobrist, he's not even there no more. Lester, fine, whatever. But I could have drafted guys like Chris Bryant, okay? Anthony Rizzo, what team did he start with? Oh, yeah, I think it was the Red Sox. So, of course, Theo knew how good he could potentially be. If Theo wasn't the Red Sox GM where he kept his eye on the talent, do you think he would have picked up Rizzo? I mean, Rizzo wasn't that good. It's kind of like David Ortiz. Do people even remember that David Ortiz was with the Minnesota Twins in his early career? In fact, his name wasn't even David Ortiz. It was David Arias or something. He used his mom's last name or something like that. So, Grandpa Rossi, what does that have anything to do with anything? Yeah, David Ross is a good, fine catcher, but he couldn't have been traded or gone to any other team. Nobody wanted a catcher like that. It reminds me, David Ross is like the catcher in major leagues, you know, with the Cleveland Indians. Shoot, what is his name? The old catcher. What's the old catcher in major league? Starts with an H, doesn't it?
I don't know.
But anyways, nobody wanted him. And then in part 2, they kept like extra catchers so he could be the mentor to the country hick kid catcher guy. That was pretty good. Let's see. He was so much fun in the dugout, though. Yeah, I could be fun in the dugout. Don't mean I'm going to be in the dugout. So anyways, by the way, I do have to say, Hatter, it was kind of brought up. You did get Addison Russell back, so I don't know if that's going to help you. But he sucks. But by the way, for the record, I don't like Javier Baez. He seems like a good person. He has a good family story. But on a baseball standpoint, I don't like Javier Baez. He wouldn't sign autographs in Sacramento for me in minor leagues. And then he just ignored me with Arizmendi Alcantara. And so I have a curse on Arizmendi and Javier Baez that they both do terrible. Same with Ketel Marte. I don't like them. They refuse to sign for me. And I'll be honest, man. Me and my son were the only ones trying to get their autographs at the time. Nobody else was. Nobody was even talking to them. And they just kind of blew me off like they were freaking big leagues. And this was even before they made their big league debut. So Chris Bryant is so much better than those guys. And I wish Chris Bryant all the luck. Chris Bryant was really cool when we met him in Reno. I'm name dropping because apparently that's how you get views and subs on YouTube is you just name drop people. So anyways, Chris Bryant, I've showed a picture, by the way, of him with minor leagues. But he took out time before the game, before he went in and got dressed, to take pictures, sign autographs. He signed autographs, took pictures after the game. he just seems like a cool guy. Another guy, even though he didn't really talk a lot, was Jorge Solar. He's now with the Kansas City Royals, or is he with Milwaukee? I kind of lose track of him a little bit. So Jorge Solar was another good guy. Let's see. Ortiz stunk before he went to the Red Sox steroids. But nobody ever talks about that now, do they? Oh, man. What? Hatter, you just mad because I'm putting cheese holes in your story here? So, yeah. Nobody heard of David Ortiz. He sucked with the Twins. They basically got rid of him. I don't even know how he ended up with the Red Sox. He might have even signed a minor league deal or something. Solar, he was good for a bit. That's like saying Mac Williamson's good for a bit. Let's see here. That's why I would have been mad if he made it to the Hall of Fame before Edgar. Yeah, I see that. I do like Edgar Martinez a little bit better. I feel like now this is just me. I was sad Bias didn't give you an autograph. Yeah, he was an a-hole. But I like his family history. I mean, he seems like a really good big brother. I don't know if you guys know, his sister passed away, and she had severe disabilities. And I just heard a lot of good things about Bias. But on a baseball standpoint, I don't like him. I wish him all the crap in the world. Doesn't mean it's going to happen because he's actually a pretty good player. But I don't like him. But he seems like a good person. He takes care of his family. Let's see. I feel like David Ortiz got too much attention being with the Red Sox. I feel like if he would have been on like any other team, he wouldn't. Ouch, rude. Whatever, Hatter. Whatever. I just feel like David Ortiz just would not have got that much attention. Edgar Martinez I always liked Edgar Martinez, and I really like the fact that I can't say it's 100% of a shadow of a doubt, but I believe he stayed with the Mariners most of his career from the beginning to the end. We don't have a lot of that no more, and I really like that. So, yeah. Let's see. You are shit. Whatever. Remember, guys, no cussing. We don't cuss on here. We have kids and stuff that sometimes watch this channel, so yeah, no cussing. And Sam Rock Roker, if you're just saying that I'm terrible, that's fine. Give me a reason why I'm terrible. If that's all you got, well, that's not very good. Let's see, because Edgar didn't make it till his last year. I'm mad about Posada getting taken off the ballot. Yeah, I mean, they got to change that. Eventually, he'll probably get in on the Veterans Committee, but I feel like they got to change it. I feel like some people don't get the votes that they should because of the limiting voting that they only can vote. Was it like 14 people that they could vote for? And I'm just going to be honest. It pisses me off because they're always – a lot of the people that are voting, they're not even voting for for every like the 14th people that are potentially able to even go into the Hall of Fame. Now, Jorge Posada is kind of a unique story. I don't feel like if you put him compared to like Carlton Fisk or Johnny Bench or anything like that, he just doesn't have the numbers to be a Hall of Famer. He kind of reminds me of Jonathan Lucroy a little bit. They're good catchers. They handle a team really freaking good. Same with Nick Hundley. I just don't think that they're Hall of Fame worthy players. I mean, Yadier Molina, Buster Posey, those are a couple Hall of Fame players that you're watching now. Now, Posey's numbers are a little bit down, but they're still probably a lot better. And I'm just going off the top of my head from what I've seen, especially recently. I can't remember what Posey's numbers are compared to Posada's. But Posey does have another number of years to play. I just feel like Posey and Molina are guaranteed Hall of Famers, and Posada just doesn't have the numbers to compare to those guys. So just so you guys know, 2-3 in the Sharks game, 536, fantastic. Let's see if they can keep this going. So let's see here. I just like him a lot. He's a good charitable. Yeah, and I like Posada. Posey is good, nice guy from what I've seen. Don't get me wrong, Dan-D9. I like Posada. Don't get me wrong. I like Posada. But if we're talking like strictly Hall of Fame numbers, you take away the name, I just don't think he would have it. I mean, unfortunately, there's just not a Hall of Fame for nice guys. If there were, there'd be a lot more players in the Hall of Fame for nice guys. Like I said, Matt Caesar is one that comes to mind. A very nice guy. He's done a lot of good things from his platform. Hatter, why you even bring Ryan Braun? Braun is hard to decide, to be honest. Ryan Braun is not hard to decide. I'm sorry, Alex. If Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire are not getting in the Hall of Fame, Roger Clemens, Ryan Braun is not getting in the Hall of Fame. In fact, I wish they would strip away his MVP that he won because, Bonds has got to get in the Hall of Fame first. Even Pete Rose. Thank you, Dan D9. The day any cheater gets elected, reinstate Pete Rose. Exactly. By the way, I still think Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, baseball in a way, if you think about it, sports in a way, they are nowadays being a bunch of hypocrites because now they have a hockey team in Vegas. They're getting a football team in Vegas. They have all this FanDuel, DraftKings bull crap going on. Joe Jackson should be too. I don't know all the story because it's so freaking old. I've heard the story. I've seen the movie. I just don't know how reliable that information is because it's so old. So Shoeless Joe Jackson, I just feel like there's nobody around that would really fight for him anymore. So it's probably going to be dropped. No, Bonds did not admit to any steroid use. But so it's hard to say about Shoeless Joe Jackson. But anyways, so sports people, they're being freaking a bunch of hypocrites about the gambling and stuff because they advertise it. If you ever watch MLB Network in the morning, they always talk about their daily DraftKings fantasy league. And if you put a $5 deposit, you could play your first game for free. They're all against gambling, right? Like you can't gamble, right? But yet here they are. They're advertising gambling. And the fact, if they really don't want gambling, why are they putting a hockey team in Vegas? They eventually won a Major League Baseball team in Vegas, but they have the Las Vegas Aviators right now, the AAA team for the A's. They're putting the Oakland Raiders / Las Vegas Raiders in Las Vegas. Why is that if they're so against gambling? Wouldn't that tempt the players? I mean, maybe not the minor leaguers because they're freaking broke. It's free. All you have to do is put in your credit card. For the record, by the way, just so you know, Dan D9 and everybody else, I actually did play FanDuel and DraftKings for a while, but I got mad because one time there was this player injured and he was borderline if he was going to come back. So obviously I didn't pick him. And then he comes back and has 40 points. And all of a sudden you see all these people won and stuff. It freaking pisses me off. Zaid should be fired. I agree with that. I don't like the fact they hired a freaking Dodger for their front office. To me, Zaid, from everything I've seen, he is sabotaging the Giants and potential turnaround. See, that's what you got to worry about. Why are you going to hire Dodger personnel to run your organization? Just saying. So I don't know. I don't want to see teams in Vegas if they're going to be so much against gambling and stuff. By the way, if you ever get to Las Vegas, you can go see Pete Rose. It actually was a lot of fun. He was actually very enjoyable. And I like the fact that he actually took some time to talk with you. He asked you what you were up to. And he was actually very a lot of fun to, go get his autograph. So I did do that. And I got his autograph on a baseball bat. The autograph is very clean. It was just freaking awesome. By the way, 2 to 3. There's 2 minutes left. Here we go. Let's see here. He's been doing too many transactions that don't make sense. No shit. Right? It's they just brought up who they brought up. So it was Posey and Kratz, and then they brought up another catcher, Stephen Vogt, but then they get rid of Para Solarte, and then they bring their number 30 prospect in their organization, Williams Jeffers. They bring back Tyler Beatty. They bring back Mac Williamson, who obviously, how many times? Okay, I am all about giving guys a second chance, but how many freaking times is Mac Williamson going to get a freaking shot? Okay, he hit 3 home runs in Sacramento. I got that. Big whoopee freaking dude. Yes, he hit a home run in Colorado, which is very debatable. Everybody's talking shit about Colorado and the atmosphere and all that BS. How many times is Mac Williamson going to get a shot of playing? I'm just saying, man. It's 6-7 times. Yeah, brought up Volt. They also got rid of Pat Venditti, which did he even really get a shot? I mean, they even brought up Mike Gerber and I don't even think I saw him in a game unless I'm a little behind. I'm one Yankees and the Red Series behind. Unfortunately, I did watch the Rockies game last night, and then I'm recording the Rockies game right now, so I'll check that out in a little bit. So I'm a little behind, but did Mike Gerber even get a shot? I mean, the way they're going, they just need to say screw it. I know Joey Bart is hurt. I know Elliot Ramos is hurt. But as soon as those guys are good to go, just bring them up, man. Give them a taste of the big leagues. Like Vlad Guerrero. Yes, Vlad Guerrero went through all of AAA and went through all the minors and whatever to get to where he's at. But one, he's sucking. If you guys have not noticed, he is sucking. If I remember right, he doesn't even have you don't have a date on Friday, Hatter. Or did you just get on Tender Match or Tiffany's? Hunter Pence is playing great. I know. I love seeing Hunter Pence playing good. It's freaking awesome. Let's see here. I played good yesterday, but he'll be back in sack in 2 days. So it's like, how many times? By the way, the Avalanche have an empty net. They decided to bring out an extra offensive player / defensive player to try to tie it up in this last 2 minutes. So let's see if the Sharks could hold on. I do. Lunch date. Tell your grandma I said hi, Hatter. Empty net for Avs. So let's see if this extra guy helps out. There's 145 left, and we'll see. So anyways, Madison to New York. Actually, Alex, I see Madison going to Boston. I just can't see him going to the Yankees. I don't feel like the Yankees would be his team. The other team, this is just a long shot, especially we're early in the season. Seattle Mariners. What do you think of that? Or Brewers? Yes. Brewers, yeah. Freaking Yelich, man. He's on a freaking tear. But what do you think of Boston and Seattle for Mad Bum? I could really see. And then, of course, the obvious choice would be Atlanta. I could see him definitely going to Atlanta a little bit better than the Yankees. We're in a minute left. It's a girl. Avalanche going to be Kimbrel going to sit out this season. By the way, did you guys see the comments that Keuchel made about how much he deserves to get paid? I'm on his side because Seattle is going to keep their no postseason streak. You're probably right about that. Come on. Oh, man. 41 seconds, and the Avalanche are coming on strong. They tried to force that one in, and it just got stopped. So, I kind of agree with Dallas Keuchel about how he deserves to get paid. And, the owners are the ones that made the salaries determined by the analytics. So now that, Keuchel is throwing that back in the owners' faces, I don't think they like it. And I think that's why he hasn't signed yet. And I'm just saying, and they're probably going to change this in the next collective bargaining agreement. But when you're a free agent, you're supposed to be a free agent. And that's one point they brought up was that he still has that comp pick attached to his name. So for any team that signs him before June, they got to give up their draft pick. And that is freaking stupid. The whole point of being a free agent was being a free agent, no strings attached. If anything, they need to start finding teams that get this money and, the pool money from every team. Start finding teams that are not actually trying to sign free agents. It just drives me nuts. Agree, Wolf. Let's see here. Need Doc Emmerich to call Game 7. I don't know who Doc Emmerich is, so you guys will have to let me know that. Is he like Joe Buck? Because I love Joe Buck. He's horrible. Who, Joe Buck or Doc Emmerich? Joe Buck's pretty good. I'm just kidding. Joe Buck's, cookie cutter. You are drunk. Who, me? I haven't even drank anything but a Red Bull, so I don't even have no beer in the house, just so you know. Actually, you should get some. Thanks, Owen Bassett, for reminding me. You are drunk. If I am drunk, this must be your first time watching my videos or podcast. I'll take your Sharks card if you're asking who is Doc. I'm sorry. I can't tell you who announcers are. With the exception of maybe the Nationals with FP Santangelo and the Giants Kruk and Kai, I can't tell you who the Nationals are. You are fat. Thank you, Owen. Let's see here. Hide that. You guys don't be insulting. Florida is much better. It's the guy from Spider-Man. I don't know that guy. It's the guy. Man, are we just getting a lot of people on here tonight that just want to come out tonight, huh? You know, of course I'm fat. That's okay, Owen. I'm okay with that. You are nice. But at the same time, we're not here to insulting people. So, I don't block anybody. But, you could be the first block if you want to. You're sexy. Sharks are winning it, bro. Hell yeah. So, 2.7 seconds. Hatter, you cannot get on this bandwagon. So, stick to whatever team you're rooting for. Don't listen to them, Brody. Sharks are winning it, bro. I'm with you, Luis. By the way, Hatter, let's see. Do want to marry? First, Owen, I can't marry people that can't spell very good. I have this pet peeve about people who don't double check their spelling. So, yeah. Let's see. 2, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Sharks won. Sharks won. Now they go on to face the Blues. So we'll see what happens. Let's see. And he's the one that said you're drunk. Yes, he is. Owen drunk. Yes, he is. Sharks won 3-2. They advanced to the 5th conference final. Owen drunk. You are drunk. I guess these guys are friends from let's see. I guess Owen possibly is one person that came over from Hat McGee's channel. No cussing on here, Luis, just so you know. So, let's see here. I'll show that, but no cussing, you guys. Warriors up by 20. No shit. My bad. It's all right, Luis. It's just because we have some young people. Sharks won. I can see that. Sharks won, Hatter. Sharks won. So does that mean you're going to bust out your Sharks hat tomorrow and try to join the Sharks bandwagon? So I ain't going to let you on this bandwagon. If anybody else want to get on the bandwagon, you guys can get on. By the way, I love the pictures Hatter sends me. It's pretty cool. So I might have to handshake. This was probably the best podcast ever just because, one, I didn't get too crazy with the game. You guys made it fun, so I really got to thank you guys for that. And I might have to do this more often. So you guys, thank you for coming along. Hatter, of course, you're always a good sport. You're one of my best people on here. Johnny G, Dan D9, thank you for coming on. Louise, who we had Hats McGee in the way beginning. We had LG Max 73. We had Cloud Fighter, who changed her name to 4 in a Pod for some reason. Let's see here. I'm probably missing Wolf 10. Thank you for coming on. We had a card collector person on here, so thank you for coming on, you guys. I really enjoy you guys spending time with me, watching the Sharks game, and listening to me BS. So, you guys, thanks for coming on, and I will see you guys tomorrow's podcast, 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. I have a couple hats to show off. We're going to talk about some sports, some drops. Tomorrow is 5950 day, so happy 5950 early, and let's see what everybody picks up. Come and share it. Bruins beating Canes in 7. I hope so. No, I don't like the Bruins. I'll talk about them tomorrow because I don't like Chara. He's a bully. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. You guys, Major League hats out. Bye, everybody. Good night.